Hello, I'm Pam Carruthers of HealingStars.com. This is the first new moon of 2020 in the sign of Aquarius. It occurs at 21:41 GMT. So here it is, it's located. Here's Aquarius, this purple sector. I'm using whole signs as the houses to hopefully make it clearer for you. The moon and the sun are both at just 4 degrees, 21 minutes. And Mercury is now also in Aquarius. You've still got planets in Capricorn. So Saturn and Pluto, that exact conjunction has now passed, but it's still very, very close. Jupiter in Capricorn and the south node of the moon also in Capricorn. And then around here we have Mars in a fire sign, Sagittarius. So we have fire, we have earth, and we have air. We've also got a really lovely joining of Venus with Neptune in Pisces. Further up there's Chiron, now direct, 2 degrees Aries, and also Uranus, 2 degrees of Taurus. What is of interest, first of all, is that every single planet is moving forward apart from the nodes of the moon, which are always going retrograde. Aquarius, the symbol, the water bearer, is not a water sign, but is a very beautiful sign that connects people with people. It's about humanity, networking, friendships, community. Very important. However, there's never everything positive, is there? So if you look at these red lines, you'll see that Uranus, which happens to be the planet connected to Aquarius, along with Saturn traditionally, is a red line. That's a challenging or square aspect with the new moon in Aquarius to the earth sign of Uranus in Taurus. Uranus in Taurus is not a happy combination because Uranus wants to shake things up. It wants change, and it's change for change's sake. And a square is always going to challenge us. So it also means taking action. And that's what I'm urging for all of us to do this time. And the action has to be about changing how we view the world, any negative thoughts that may have been coming in, especially, a new year, new decade. We're just finally coming out of the eclipse energy, which was on Boxing Day, that solar eclipse, and then also a very mild, but even so, a lunar eclipse at the last full moon. So, change. How do you view change? Are you caught in the fixed? Aquarius is a fixed sign, as is Taurus, as is Leo and Scorpio, the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. Don't like change, basically. They like things to stay the same, the status quo, which is very good for stability. But however, things get past their sell-by date. So it's important for you to take a little look at your life at the moment, where you work, if you do work, or your home. And I've said it many times, clear stuff out. We have Neptune and Venus in Pisces. Now this is really, really positive and beautiful. Venus loves that sign of Pisces. It's exalted, means it gives off its best. And I've been recommending to clients the wonderful music. It's called The Gift of Love. They're poems by Rumi, and they're collated by Deepak Chopra. He's my favourite guide, and I love his meditations. So to invoke beautiful music in your life right now that takes you into that dream world, that reverie, that connection to the divine, that's the purpose of Venus alongside Neptune. They are, notice the degrees. Venus is actually also in a square to Mars in a fire sign. Now, Mars and Venus are lovers, so a square between the two of them can be quite exciting, to say the least. But also, Venus, look at it, 13 degrees, in a very good relationship to Mercury, Aquarius, an air sign, and also that Mercury, little Mercury, because it is tiny, is also connecting to Mars as well. in a positive way. So communication is a good theme here, and communication obviously is a bridge. It supports people once we know how to communicate without any judgment on others. Now, the other important thing for me, is always inspiration. And I looked back in an old newsletter I did a few years back, and I was looking at the dolphin, very connected to Aquarius. But this particular new moon is actually connected to Aquila. It's the eagle. And the eagle, of course, is a bird of great vision and inspiration, which for me aligns with that Neptune and Venus in this chart. And also, that Venus energy opens us up to that divine quality, to what I call source and inspiration that can come through dream. Is Neptune and Venus are very dreamlike. And the other thing I noticed, which I had on my website a few years ago, was that dream time is a very powerful healing, and I invite you to really listen to your heart and ask those questions before you go to sleep about, what is my purpose in my life? That could be one. How can I contribute to my community? That's very Aquarian. And also restoring faith. Aquarius in the tarot is the star. And the star, a beautiful image in the tarot, and it very much connects to literally stars and hope and faith. And I'd like to leave you with those thoughts. And also, look at my website. I offer more guidance, and you can read quite a lot more, especially about those planets as well. And the full moon, which will be in 2 weeks' time, so there's 2 weeks apart roughly, we will have a connection with Leo, Aquarius and Leo is the heart energy. And also Mars will also be moving into its exaltation of Capricorn, it's Capricorn there, and that will mean it is very positive connection with Uranus. So if you're not ready for change, you might need to wait a couple of weeks. But it's always about trusting your heart, feeling into things, and taking a risk. That's my recommendation to you all. Thank you for watching. Pam Carruthers of HealingStars.com.